If you could characterize the two different sides of the family in terms of a couple of different traits, like what are the Finleys like and what are the Comstocks like?
Well, they're very different. I can tell you that when I was, when it came into town that I was marrying Hilliard Comstock, not Hillard, my father had a good friend who'd had a saloon near us, the name of Jake Loopold. And he'd moved into town and had a saloon here in Santa Rosa. And my father used to spend time in that bar with Jack London, by the way. Knew him very well. And so my father was in this bar down on 3rd Street. And Jake said, "Well, Wilson, I hear your daughter's going to marry Hilliard Comstock." And my dad says, "Yep, that's right." And my dad liked Hilliard, liked Don Geary too, although my sister didn't marry him. And Jake said, "It's a great mistake, Wilson. They'll never make it." My dad said, "Well, what makes you say that, Jake?" "His family's too damned aristocratic." My family were farmers. But we had 49 years. He died, we'd been married 49 years and 13 days when he died.
Well, what are some of the character threads that come out of the farm people?
Well, in the first place, I think we were a pretty hardy family, pretty sturdy family on both sides. Both the HUDSONS, which were my mother's family, and the FINLEYS. The older ones had come across the country as immigrants, I guess, some of them. And they were all very hard-working people. On my father's side, they were well educated. On my mother's side, they were backwoods people. Except my grandmother. My mother's mother had been sent to a girls' school. And I think her parents were well educated, but she married very young. Had my mother when she was 16. So I don't know what to say about the characteristics. My grandfather Hudson was a stubborn, opinionated man. I wasn't very fond of Grandpa Hudson. Mother loved him, but I didn't. But I was very fond of my other grandparents and of my grandmother Hudson. And I liked all my uncles and aunts.